Kawasaki KD80, just kick it. Kawasaki KM100, just kick it. Kawasaki KE100, just kick it. Welcome to the Kevin Bergeron YouTube channel. I'm your host, Kevin. If you like working on vintage two-strokes and how-to videos, I'm your guy. So welcome. And if you guys could do me one other favor, is hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, so when I post a video, you don't miss out. I'll talk to you guys later. Let's get crack-a-lackin'. Hey YouTube, how you guys doing tonight? Kevin here coming at you with another video. What you're looking at here is a 1970s air compressor. 2-cylinder cast iron, right here, see this right here. Air-cooled compressor. It has a 4-horsepower Briggs Stratton with points ignition. The engine does turn over, but it's tight. And has zero compression, no compression because the exhaust valve is stuck open, and has no spark. So this right here belonged to a guy at work, and he says, Kevin, I can't do nothing with this thing. Do you want it? I says, yeah, that'd be a pretty cool video. So, and it's 100% complete, even with the, what do you call it there? The guard. So I'm like, yeah, let's take a look and see if we can, get this bad boy going. You want to know something cool about these old timers? Is to shut them off. Here's a spark plug right here. That's how you killed it. That's the on-off for this thing. Very primitive, but it worked. It's an old flathead. So I'm gonna get you guys in the stand, and we're gonna get crack-a-lackin'. But before I do, please take a moment, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon, so you don't miss a beat. All right, let's get you guys in the stand, and let's get crack-a-lackin'. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is take this guard off, which is basically 1, 2, 3, 4 screws down there and 1 up top. I'm going to rip that off real quick and I'll be right back. And there was 2 on the back side. Alright, and this exposes our belt. Alright, so now with that like that, we are going to take that belt off. And let's see what we have to do to get that belt off. We're going to do it the old way, which is like this. The old pry bar trick. Belt is off. Now we can pull the engine over without the resistance from the air compressor. Now we're going to remove the spark plug. He did put a new plug in it right here at one point, and I have the original one that came out of it in my bag. And now what we're going to do real quick, we're just going to do a quick spark test. Just I put the plug back in for that one. Hold on. 1 second. Where is it? Right here. Okay. I forgot to grab the wrong spark tester. Okay, like that. We're gonna put this on here like this. Okay. I'm gonna shut the light off. Like that. I'm gonna give it a couple of good pulls. See if we get spark. Nothing. No spark. It would have been blinking right there. Alright, so now we have to take the starter cover off and get to the points. So the starter on this one, the starter, what do you call it there? The points on this one are in back of the flywheel. Okay. see. Oh, has my knees cracking. Starter's only held on with 3 bolts. One here, one there, and on this side. And then the other one is on this side over here. It's gonna be on that side right there. Look at that, huh? Wow, she's a beaut. Look how clean that is, huh? Yep, points ignition, gray coil, points ignition. So we gotta take this, this is the starter clutch right here, and then when it goes that way, it turns the flywheel. So we gotta take this off, which is 2/4 inch right there. Boom. Okay. Which don't want to come off. This one did. Oh, that one did too. Okay. The spring, the screen I should say. This screen is very important. This right here stops all the grass and all the debris from getting inside there. Alright, now we have this here starter cup. Okay, so this one right here requires a special tool that I have. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. And this is what it looks like. This is a Briggs Stratton starter cup, and this goes over this like that. You take a wrench. And your washer, don't want to lose that. This is coned, so the bevel part, the cone goes up against the starter clutch. Okay, now we have to get the flywheel off. That is another fun part right there. For this one, there's no holes for the puller. There would be typically a Briggs Stratton style puller that you would put on there and take that off with, but this one doesn't have it. So this one I'm going to stick on the side over here. I'm going to put the, not on the magnet side. You don't want to do it on the magnet. There's the magnet right there on the aluminum side, on the cast iron side. And I'm going to use a brass hammer. I'm going to put this like this. And I'm going to give this right here a couple of sharp hits. Oh, one sharp hit. Okay. The reason why you want to use brass and not steel is because you don't want to mar this up, because that's where your starter clutch spins. If you use a steel hammer, you will mess it up, because this right here has to fit on there and spin. Okay, and it won't be able to do that if you mess up the tip. Okay, and right there is your points cover. Okay, so we're going to do this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, and then we're going to take off the points cover. Quarter-inch screws. 2 of them. This engine, guys, is super clean. Putty. Go on, let go of it. There we go. And there are your points. There's your condenser, and there's your points right there. Now, on these ones, these are kind of cool because the way they work is there's a cam ground into the crankshaft. Oh, just dropped my key. And there's a little plunger that sticks up right here and pushes this open and closed. So when it comes around, it opens and closes it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop this off. Just like that, yep. Spring just popped off right there on the floor. We're going to clean that up and see if this is the plunger right here. Whoop, right here. And this right here is what opens it up and down. This actually moves pretty nicely, so we're going to leave that there. Put that back in there. We're going to check the condition of these points. Oh yeah, a little burnt. Right there. A little crap on them. Nothing crazy. I'm going to get my points file and we're going to clean those up. Okay. Alright, so I just cleaned them up with the with my cleaner, my little file. Now, see if I put this be like this. This is what my file is. Just a little board. You can use anything, like a piece of sandpaper. And then I'm going to put my spring back on. This part's kind of tricky. The cord goes around the back side of it. Yeah, like that. Perfect. And that right there is how it's supposed to look, right like that. Okay. Now I'm going to see if they open and close. And if they do, I'm in good shape. If not, I have a problem. Alright, let me see here. Okay, I don't think they're touching. Okay. Yep, they're making contact. Okay. So my contact points are making contact. This engine is a little tight to turn over. So nothing I can do about that. Not until this thing runs. Then it'll all loosen up. I'm going to put my cover back on. They do make a point delete kit if you want to get rid of them, or you can just go with a magneto, like a different coil, which is probably what I'm going to do with this. I just wanted to see if I can at least get spark with these primitive points. But the points in this thing actually look decent. They just needed a little touch up, a little bit of love. Okay. It wasn't like there was any water getting in there, which is nice. Same was kept inside nice and dry, you know. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I always do this. I always rotate it so the flywheel key is in the upward position. I take my flywheel and I always see if anything sticks to the magnet. Just to make sure the magnet's good, which it is. I'm going to put this on here like this. And then I take my flywheel key. Now, if this shears off, it'll throw it out of time. So I want to make sure that's on there correctly. Okay. Just like that. Slide that in there like so. Then my washer. Then my starter clutch. Yep, if it rotates, there's all kinds of string stuff around this thing. Be careful with that. Okay, alright. And then I'm going to tighten that up. Okay, so I'm just checking for spark now. And guess what, guys? I think I have a dried up capacitor. Here's the magnet right here. You see that? Right there. And it should go, it should spark. Oh, it just did right there. See that? Yep, there we go. I guess I don't have a dried up capacitor. Alright, cool. So we have spark. Watch this. Okay, ready? Spark. Should see a blue spark right there. There we go. Look at how bright that blue is. Wow. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, so I tightened down the starter cup on it. I put the screen back on. That's all I did to it. So there's that. I did not do a points adjustment to this because I don't have the specification. I think it's somewhere between 18 and 20 thousandths. I'm not 100% sure. So I just cleaned up the points. That's all I did. Now that it's all back together with the starter piece on there, I'm going to check if it's spark one more time. Where's it? Just the flywheel over here. Go. Yep, I got beautiful spark. We're good there. Now we're going to move on to the no compression part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this starter right here back on, and then I will be right back. I'm just going to tighten down the 3 screws to it and get this all back into place. And then what do you call it there? We'll just move on to that stuck valve, and then I'll tighten down those 3 screws real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so while we were checking this out at work today, okay, the tank was clean and it has fresh gas in it. So we put gas in it, and it has fresh, clean oil. So I'm not worried about the oil or the fuel that's in it. Now this is my pick, okay, and it's a 90-degree. And I don't know if you're not going to be able to see inside there, so I do apologize today. You'll have to take my word on this one, okay? But right here, so here's the spark plug hole here. Then right here's your intake valve, and right here's your exhaust valve. The exhaust valve we sprayed down with some penetrating oil, and I couldn't get it to move early. So I'm going to put this in, and I'm going to clock it so that this is just over the exhaust valve. Like that. Yep, it just moved down a little bit. Oh, okay, hold on. Yep, see it moving up and down? There we go. That did do it. I don't have a compression tester with me, so I don't know what the compression is going to be. But that feels pretty good. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put the spark plug in. Okay. That like that. I apologize about the lighting. It sucks out here with the lighting at the moment. And I'll do this during the day too. Let's see if it'll try to even start. Choke right here. I think the compression is still too low to fire it. That was the first time, right there. You hear that? Oh. Will it run, people? Will it run? All right, hold on. A little better lighting. Okay. Okay. All right. That was the starter clutch squealing and breaking. But that's okay. That was the first run. Not bad. Of course, I seized up the starter. But that's okay. Now, I'm going to take that starter back off and find out what happened. Okay, I fixed the starter. So, basically what happened was the stiff starter rope got all tangled up inside there. Alright, let's try this again. Definitely runs a lot, pulls a lot better as well. Pull choke. want to run too loud tonight. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Fires up and runs. Tomorrow we'll do another one, put the belt on it, and see if it makes air. So I'm going to end this one right here, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, all right, we're back here. We're going to see if we can do a cold start on this and see if this will run. Well, we know it will run. We started up last night. It's the next day. Let's see if we can fire it up. I put the shroud and the belt on it last night before I put it away. Just not going to bore you with that crap. And then we're going to see if it makes pressure on the gauge here and see what happens, see what it does. So it's cold. Nothing's been ran. So let's try this out. Choke open like that. Go in. I want to see a gauge climb. Alright, so the tank is no good. The tank actually has a hole in it at the bottom here. It's actually spraying water right out of it. Right at the bottom here. Oh yeah. Yep. So, the tank is no good. But, the compressor part of it is. So, it did build up pressure. That part's all working. So what are we gonna do with something like this? What does one do with a compressor like this? Well, let's see. I could cut the welds off the tank and mount that to another tank that I have that's a little bigger in capacity. I think I might just do that because that is all good. And then redo the plumbing to the tank with the check valve. It looks like it's good. It's just that the tank is no good. So I'm going to leave that the way it is for now. I'm not going to use that part of it, but I am going to switch out that tank. It is a bummer that that tank is pretty cool, but I wish it was good. Unfortunately, the tank is no good. Tank is NFG, people. That sucks. However, the rest of it is good. So we're going to keep that part. Well, anyway, we got to run, and it runs good, and it builds up air, so just that the tank is leaking. Can we weld the tank? When you weld a tank that has a crack or has been breached, it becomes a bomb. So we don't want that. We don't want this thing to explode on us, because this right here, when that tank lets go, there will be shrapnel everywhere. And that's why I'm doing this out here right now, firing it up to take a look and see. If it holds air, then that's one thing. But if it's got any type of leak at all, do not mess with it. It's not worth it. So I'll cut that that top off and use that on another build. Anyway, guys, I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Hope you learned something. And I will talk to you guys later. I'm out.